Are you feeling like you are constantly running on E? I mean empty. Even after you've had your morning tea or your morning coffee, whichever you prefer. If you are finding yourself nodding your head to this video is for you. Today we are talking about burnout, what it is, what it isn't, and also what's happening in your brain that leads you there. First, let's talk about what burnout actually is. It is a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion. And it's due to amount of prolonged stress. You've had stress so long that you probably say these words, it is what it is. Burnout affects your brain on a neurological level. When you are stressed, your brain releases cortisol, which is what we call the stress hormone. And high levels of cortisol over long periods of time literally changes the way your brain is structured and how it functions. This includes changes in the prefrontal cortex of your brain, I like to call it the front of the brain, where logical thinking, decision-making skills, and social connections are at. As you find yourself constantly in a flood of stress, it may even say chronic stress, what's happening is your brain's amygdala, which is just the almond-shaped part of your brain that it actually controls your emotional regulation, it begins to get bigger, right? And you're not regulating. At the same time, part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, which we talked about earlier, it begins to come offline. It doesn't have the ability for the logical thinking and the decision making to come in place to actually regulate what's going on in those emotions. So what's happening is you'll find yourself in constant fight or flight because the emotional pieces are going up and the ability to make the decision and logical think is going down. Let's clear up some common myths. Let's talk about what burnout is not. It's not having a bad day or being stressed before a big meeting. Those are normal. Burnout is a result of overwhelming stress, overwhelming to you. What happens in this moment, it changes the balance of your neurotransmitters in your brain to the point of where your ability to deal with the stress in life actually goes down. That's called your resilience. It is depleted, it is going down, yet at the same time, your feeling of emptiness and mental exhaustion is going up. Keeping it real with you, this is something that will not get fixed by a spa day or a vacation, even though both of those will help, but it doesn't fix it. Let's talk about how this looks in a work scenario. Let's take Jamie. Jamie is a person and is a doctor who really enjoyed her job and just loved everything about it. But now when she wake up in the morning, she does not want to go to work. That's the last thing she want to do. Also, the enjoyment that she used to feel, not there. The patience that I used to have with the patient, not there. I mean, this, you all, is not just stress or not feeling it today. This is a sign of burnout. Feeling exhausted is not necessarily a sign of burnout. It could be some signs of other health conditions that are going on that resemble burnout. So it's really important for you to actually talk to like a primary care physician or something like that, just to make sure you can tease out, is it burnout or is it something else going on? Signs to watch out for. When you find yourself being hypercritical about things that you used to enjoy, really look into that. Detachment. You find yourself almost like an observer in your life, looking at other things. Also, you feel ineffective. Like it doesn't matter what you do in accomplishments, you just don't feel like you're making the needle move. These are a reflection of significant changes that are happening in your brain due to a long period of stress, or prolonged stress if you'd like to call it. These are red flags. They should not be ignored. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. We want a world where everybody is aware of burnout and also recognize that they may need help. Wouldn't that be lovely?